Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your monthly tarot reading. I am Ashley Rose and this is your monthly tarot reading for, Sagittarius 2022. For February 2022, this reading is for all Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So at any time throughout this year, throughout this month, you feel called to come back to this, figure out what the heck is going on in February. This reading is here for you. We will be pulling 7 cards for the overview of this month, an oracle card, 3 cards for our love life, 3 cards to clarify, and then we will leave it with an affirmation. So, starting off this month, we start off with a new moon in Aquarius that happens February 1st, and this new moon is here to kind of illuminate and reinvent, the way we speak to ourselves, the narrative that lives in our head, how we are helping and support ourselves achieving our dreams, and kind of looking at the ways that we keep our thoughts and our narrative in the past instead of looking towards the future and being inspired about our future. It's helping us become more of a humanitarian, think about connection, community, really look at the challenges and the lessons that we've been experiencing and how they can help us grow and learn and put us on the right foot forward. Because February 3rd, all planets will be going direct. Venus comes out of retrograde, Mercury comes out of retrograde, and we're in this perfect space to kind of go forward with our desires, with our dreams, the things that we've been working on. We've been taking this time within really all at the beginning of the year, which has just been January so far, to really reflect and again reinvent the way we're thinking, reinvent our ideas, reinvent the way that we get inspiration, and really channel it into a way that really supports us and is aligned with what we're working on. It's this idea of looking at future you and present you and what is the in between, what are the things that need to change, and what we can kind of like finally start instilling in our daily routine to bring that in, because we're still focusing on those themes of balance and connection, also harmony and our spirituality that we learned last month, and it's still going to be important to make those things a priority this month. So we're going to see how that also plays out. We're in Aquarius season, so this Aquarius energy is kind of at our disposal and really helping us again get in tune and get aligned with what really ignites us, what really allows our inner light to shine, and how we can kind of get out of our own way and allow that happen with a lot more ease and a lot less resistance. We have a full moon in Leo that happens this month also, so that's going to be helping us, tune into our strengths, tune into our talents, listen to, again, where our lessons and our challenges has really helped us grow and evolve and transform into, this present authentic version of ourselves. Ooh. Then we kind of round out this month with Pisces season. That's helping us kind of dig down deep and again get back in touch with what we really want to do and kind of understand from a deeper level of connection with ourselves where these desires, where these wants, and where these drives are coming from. And in connection with our spirituality, when we can kind of use those together as Sagittarius, we're thinking about our creative energy and our desires, our sense for adventure, where we can harness that and use it in harmony with our spirituality. We can really create anything that we want in our life, and we are getting ourselves kind of tuned up for that energy, right? Really kind of making the space of all that doesn't really serve us anymore and seeing the opportunity for what we can really bring in, because we are adventure seekers, right? So there is a new adventure that is, clearly in front of us when all these planets go direct. We are all kind of walking into a new phase and a new way of living life that, again, is aligned with what we really want to be doing. And so again, it's this great opportunity to kind of see things very clearly as we are tapped in, especially with this Jupiter being in Pisces. That's a very favorable placement for us. And we can kind of just, yes, okay, we can again make these things happen for ourselves because we have opportunities definitely coming in. This isn't an opportunity that kind of comes in and shakes us up. It's something, wow. but it's something that we've been already kind of listening to for a long time. It's an inner calling. Like, we don't really feel like we're being called on in a big sense of like, what am I trying to say here? Like we're not shooken up by what's being brought up this month. It's very much like we've already understood this. It's not going to change completely everything on the outside. It's just helping our inner world match our outer world, right? Because we start this month with the Lovers. I love this because that means that there's opportunities, there's chances for connection, and there's decisions that are being that are ready to be made in terms of our future, right? Because we're letting go of that mindset of like looking at the past to forge a path forward. We are looking at the future to inspire and ignite us in how we're going to move forward. We're kind of closing the book on that. We're no longer activating that victim mentality. And when we get out of that space and we can operate from a more authentic place, we bring in the authentic connections that are here to support us, that are here to help us make that community that we're searching for, the community that honors us and again, fills us up or supports us when we need the help too. This is like two different people coming together for a greater good that's being divinely brought to them. So people are going to be coming into our life this month that are aligned with what you're doing. This is like soul families type stuff because your sun, your source, your solar plexus is activated. And when you can activate that authentic place inside of you, that inner child that can come out to play, you will see your relationships transform. And I'm speaking about your relationships because this is the Lovers, right? And so right here we have two people, which is a relationship, right? And these are our connections. This can be business, this can be platonic, this can be romantic, but it can also be within your family too. This card is also, a sign for peace and harmony and balance and having good relationships within your family. So healing some of those things. But ultimately, these two people, again, come together for, the journey of the goal together, right? Or the going towards the greater good. There's a mountain in between, but together you can go at it and it'd be a lot easier than going alone, right? Again, 6 is the number for temporary opportunity. But also the Lovers is a lesson because it is major arcana. So this theme is going to be all month, but throughout the month is a whole opportunity to get in touch with these type of connections, to bring in the peace, to bring in the balance within your relationships, to heal some things from the past, and again, co-create healthy relationships with other people. That's our opportunity this month. And then we have Judgment in reverse. So that's what I was talking about when I was saying, like, this isn't something that we're feeling like wakened up by and it startles us and we're like, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for this call. I'm totally enlightened. This is a call that we've already been hearing within us. This is something that I feel like we've already been feeling coming. And now we have the validation and kind of like the green light to go forward. This is 20 in the major arcana. Again, another big lesson because it is a major arcana card. It's talking about a crossroads, and also when you reduce it to two, that's when you reduce it down to two. That is balance, that is duality, that is your relationships, and that is also the High Priestess in the tarot. So again, tuning into your spirituality is a big, already big things popping up within your connections, within tuning into your spirituality, getting a lot more clear on what that means, and just not allowing the fear to lead the way anymore, tuning into your intuition, listening to your internal guide. It's loud and it's proud right now, and it's showing you the way to go. You don't need another intervention coming in. They're already helping you with the people in your life, but you don't need that call to tell you what to do with those people, to tell you what to do with your work. It's time for you to trust what you're doing and move forward. And you already do. You have this confidence about you, and there's this energy of confidence about this thing that you're going after, that this is kind of just validation that you don't need to wait for that sign, that you already know when these things come in, it's time to kind of go, because we have the 5 of Swords in reverse here. And when it's this way, this is serious conflict. This is manipulation. This is deception. This is illusions. This is, people in your life playing games, not being truthful. This is you maybe not being truthful to other people, getting your feelings hurt and ultimately hurting others. But with it being in reverse, we're not doing that. We're not acting out of manipulation. We're not keeping ourselves stuck in illusion. We see the picture for what it clearly is, and we can free ourselves from the old constructs that our mind used to live in. Because when we're talking about swords, we're talking about our mind, our communication, our intellect, our logic, the way we process information. And we are, again, not allowing those fears to cloud our judgment, to stop us from moving forward in our life, because we have we have the chariot in the middle of our reading. So this month you are in control of where you're going, and you are going there loud and proud, right? Like, look at all this. It's like the people come in, you see the connection, it's lighting up your source, and you're not waiting for the call. You don't need to, get scared by the things that are being popped up. You know what's happening. You are jumping in your chariot, and you are riding down this path. You're going down for this one that you've been forging for yourself, because you're sitting in the middle. You have this opportunity to sit in the middle between your ego and your higher self, and to be the conduit. It is in the middle of your reading. So this month, you are taking charge in all sorts of ways, in your emotions, in your ideas, in your creativity, in the way that you bring things practically, in what makes you feel secure. You are doing this, and you're doing this all with connection to your intuition and connection to higher realms, divine source, with connection to the stars, astrology, and that is helping you come together and to bring this manifestation, this goal, this dream in. There's all these symbols in this card, and I absolutely love it, because we have the moon on his shoulders. And that's just signaling being in touch with your emotions. And again, allowing your intuition to help guide you, not allowing your fear. The moon isn't showing up here to show fear. This is showing that you are not allowing it to take control, and you are integrating your emotions in a healthy way to help you move forward. This card is 7, so this is the mind and creativity, and using your mind in a way that's creative, that helps soothe anything that pops up, that helps calm the ego down and help you kind of wrangle it in the right direction. What else is there? There's a cube in the center of a chest, and even this little circle here with the wings that they both signal your sun and your solar plexus, and allowing, when you allow that source from within to come out, how that can be the leading way. And I even love how, I guess it isn't, but at first in the camera, this down here looked like this cross, and it was giving me the feeling of healing energy, because we have healed ourselves. We can now take ourselves down this journey. And look at this yellow. Look at yellow in this card. So this road you're on, that you're in control of, and you're taking control over in your life, you're taking it to success. You're taking it to happiness. You're going towards ease, because you've taken the time to rest, to meditate, to get clear on the vision of the future, and you don't need to do that anymore. This isn't a time to be reflective and introspective and go within. This is a time for you to take all of the things that we've learned this past month, coming from January, even from December, and really apply them and take the action necessary to make this vision, this dream that we see here, and bring it to light and bring it into this reality. We are totally capable of making that happen this month, and that's very exciting. Again, we have 4 here, so 4 is structure, stability, foundations. You are bringing yourself to the stability. You are creating the stability, and you're taking the risks to make it happen, because ultimately you see that inside of yourself, because you're letting your source shine. You are letting, shine, but I wanted to say your light shine as well. You're allowing your authenticity to come out. You're allowing yourself to be happy and to be creative and express in new ways. This is your inner child coming out to play, because you are tapped in to something that really gets you excited. This is one of the happiest cards in the deck, literally. So this month, there's going to be a lot of happiness, because as you've moved through this doubt and this waiting for a sign. Maybe that's been us in the past, but we see everything for how it is. We see how accessible our future and our success is to us, and we're ready to go after it. I love Sagittarius, because I have Sag Moon, 1, and 2, you just have this energy to make it happen, to go out there and create the life, to have fun with what you're doing, to take risks, to enjoy the adventure, to enjoy the journey. And that's what's happening. You're on a new journey, and you're enjoying it because it's fun, because it's brought you new people that help you express and help you explore. There's these sunflowers, and that's just symbolizing having yourself focused on what nourishes you, right? Sunflowers always keep themselves pointed in the direction of their source, of the sun, which is their source that nourishes them. They need it, right? So we are keeping ourselves focused and pointed in the direction of what fills us up, what lights us up. And that might be our creative our endeavors, our career, our relationships, our future. We're excited and focused on that, and we aren't looking towards the past anymore, right? This is 19 in the major arcana. I'm saying again, 2, coming back to our connections, coming back to our relationships, coming back to balance. So our connection with others, but also our connection with ourselves first, because when we can connect with ourselves, make ourselves a priority, our desires, what lights us up and what drives us, we will see it unfold into the rest of our connections around us. And then we round out this month with the Hierophant. And that I feel like some of us are teachers, some of us are healers, some of us are here to help others help be a guide to others along their spiritual journey. So that might be something that you're on a new path towards that, trying to help and teach others, allow them to bring their desires in the way that you are, but you are also a student at the same time here with the Hierophant, learning and expressing your spirituality and growing that in a different way. Because the Hierophant here is like a representation of some type of spiritual religious figure, and he's sitting in between these two pillars. And it's kind of like this crossroad into, this next stage of your spiritual journey, and maybe your enlightenment or your emotional maturity, right? And he's kind of in the front of it with the keys to the door, and he's kind of like, what are your desires? Are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to learn? Are you willing to be, are you willing to be service to others, and also kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? There's an exact word, but it's, are you ready to lead by example and put the teachings to work and show your students what can happen, what can be when you apply yourself to it as well? Because ultimately this is going to free you. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 5 court cards. So there's 5 lessons popping up this month, big ones for you in terms of your spiritual relations with yourself, their connections with other people, taking control over your life and your path, and also standing in your light and allowing yourself to be happy. And it's all bringing you to this moment to free yourself from whatever used to keep you held back behind. Because here in the bottom, we have the 9 of Cups, the World, and the 3 of Swords in reverse. So that heartbreak from the past isn't hurting us anymore. We've let it go. And as we've let that go, we can complete this cycle and start a new beginning with fresh perspective, new eyes, and new inspiration. And ultimately, that helps us manifest something big in our life, something that we've been waiting for, something that we've been really putting in the hard work to achieve. So that's really exciting, guys, because then we have our Oracle card. It's Priestess. Come on, how many times have I mentioned the High Priestess already? How are you being called to step up and lead? Yes, that's exactly what this Hierophant here is telling you. It's time for you to step up and lead. Lead your community, lead a group of people. Maybe you're starting an online wellness community. Maybe you're starting a tarot page on TikTok. Maybe you are leading meditations, or maybe you've decided you want to become a yoga teacher. How are you being called to step up and lead, right? And this isn't something that's going to shock us. This is a call that we've been hearing on the inside for a long time, and now it's the time for us to step up and take control of that and go down this new path, because that's what excites us. That's what lights us up. That's what our desires are telling us to do, because we have people that are willing to listen to us, that are drawn to us, that are drawn to our energy and the light that we put out in this world. And it's a chance for us to really connect and create a community that makes us excited, that gives us a place to call home. So I want to read this really quick, because I like look at her. She just has like all of this imagery on her. There's like 2 lions, and I feel like a little sphinx on her head, even some like wings. Like she is connected to the realms, let me tell you. And then there's this triangle, so her mind, body, spirit, everything's working in balance, and she is connected to what is going on around you. So that, I feel like 2 is the validation that if you feel at points throughout this month that you're not going in the right direction, or maybe you're unsure of where you're going, this is your validation that you are. And to tune back into your intuition and to listen to your guide, because it is bringing you exactly where you need to be. All right, how are you being called to step up and lead? Priestess. The Priestess is a teacher dedicated to service, freedom, and leadership. Yeah, she is, honey. You don't need to have it all together to lead. In fact, it helps if you don't. No one wants a perfect angel who hasn't made any mistakes. Let your life be your message. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your story. It's by hearing someone else's journey that we feel less alone. We realize that we're actually all in this thing called life together. The distance between a follower and a leader is that a leader has the courage to go in first. In stepping out, they shine a light on the path for others to venture forward too. Don't fret too much about trying to work out who is in your tribe. Don't get stuck in age, income, hobbies, or occupation. The best way to discover your tribe is to look in the mirror. If you feel called to lead, chances are it is because at some point in your life you longed for someone to lead you. Your tribe are longing for exactly the same thing as you were and are, and might only be one step behind you. Hell, they might be right alongside you. You don't need anyone's permission, just the courage to stand up, embrace your struggles, the peaks, the troughs. Didn't know if I said that right. You don't need to know the way, just believe that there might be a different one. Your tribe is waiting for you. Step forward so they can find you. Yes! Come on, the lovers. Even like talking about leading, it's time for you to lead. And you're not, yes, look at all those other people. We're not fighting with anymore. We're finding our tribe. This is like, I feel like this card is talking about all the people that just didn't match with us, didn't align with us before. And we just felt maybe alone for so long because we just couldn't figure out why we weren't connecting. But now is the time, baby. All right, into our love reading, because this one's exciting. We have make an effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. 8 of Wands, 2 of Cups. Then we have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. The Lovers and the Hermit. And then we have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Ace of Pentacles. So I'm going to say that maybe this is a Virgo. This is an earth sign. Even a water sign as well, because we have the 2 of Cups here. But I feel like this also, even like we have love coming in, but we also, I feel like this is talking about our soul tribe coming into having these heart-to-heart conversations and connections with other people is helping us, again, bring that love in, because we're activating from a place of love now, and we're making the effort, and we have opportunity. There's going to be a bunch of different people coming in. Let me tell you, about 8 different people coming in, and you have the opportunity to kind of make the decision. Which one is worth it, right? One of them is, I feel like, definitely, because we have this express your love, but the Hermit here, I'm telling you that you're going to have to go within to figure out which one it is. Again, listen to your intuition and connect, because this person is also being divinely guided to you. But you have to listen to what you really want and are aware of what your wants, what your needs are, what you expect in a relationship, what you really see in a relationship. What kind of relationship do you want to have? Do you want one that's a little bit more traditional, or do you kind of live on a non-traditional scale and you want something that's a little bit more freeing, or you have your own idea for a relationship? Something like that. It's definitely calling you to listen to that and express your love and disconnect from how we think love has to be and connect with how you really see love coming in. And then we have heart-to-heart conversations with this Ace of Pentacles, and I feel like that's just bringing security and comfort in a good relationship. So I'm really excited for this love reading, because you definitely have some stuff coming in. And I want to say maybe even other fire signs. I don't know, you kind of have everything. You have some air, you have water, there's air, yeah, like I said, air, water, and pentacles or earth signs. So pay attention to what comes in. Again, you have a lot of opportunities, so I'm not really surprised that there's a lot of different signs popping up here. I'm going to get into our affirmation. If you'd like to get to know more about me, what I have going on, or you want to book a reading, you can go to ashleyrose.com. You can follow me on Instagram as well. That's Ashley Rose Tarot, where I just post the affirmations, and I have little fun things for the full moons and new moons, and I'm trying to grow my creativity there as well. All right, we have 2. All right, I believe I am worthy of feeling good. Yes. And then we have directing my focus on what's thriving creates more of what I want. Yes, it does. Come on, directing our focus on what I want. Great connections, good relationships, going towards what I desire, right? Connecting my focus on what I want, being a teacher, a leader, and an advocate, and also allowing myself to be a student as well. Come on, 100%. I love this, Sagittarius. This is going to be a great month, a great start of the year. I can't wait to see what February has in store for you guys. So that is where I'm going to leave it, and I will catch you on the daily tarot readings.